Mr. A," greeted a student. "Do you like the story?" asked another.
"Of course," replied Mr. Algiers. "I can't wait to hear what's going to happen next."
"Me too," giggled a little girl. Miss McCullough observed the interactions of her students with Mr. Algiers, who not only taught language, but also instructed the children in math and science. Noting the clock on the wall, she flagged the last page she'd read with a ribbon and closed the book. She rose from the wooden chair and spoke. "Class, the bell will be sounding in 10 minutes. "Oh," groaned the students. "We will finish the book next week," she promised. "Now get your belongings and line up by the door." "Yes, Miss McCullough," everyone said in unison. Mr. Algiers stepped into the classroom and began aiding the students. She followed his movement with her eyes. She took that moment to openly observe him. She checked out his reddish hair and green eyes while noting the splatter of freckles on the bridge of his nose. She decided, once again, that he was an attractive man. He was also a gifted teacher. His patience with the young boys and girls impressed her. He always seemed to have time for one more question, even at the end of a very long day. Mrs. McCullough silently wished that he had time for her. She hadn't been on a date in almost a year. The young educator had been too busy preparing for the upcoming school year. That left little room for anything else. The male teacher glanced up as if sensing her stare. He smiled and gave her a playful wink. Her heart fluttered. Could he have guessed her thoughts? She hoped not. It was one thing to fantasize about the man, but she didn't want him to know that she was doing so. Miss McCullough escorted the third-grade class down the stairwell and out the side door, where parents were eagerly waiting. Several students yelled their goodbyes to her before racing off. Mr. Algiers waved to a few of his pupils as he made his way towards the English teacher. His walk was energetic and youthful. "Do you have plans for the weekend?" he asked.